Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Cars We Regret Selling.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2.
This is part 2.
It's the Boca Brothers on YouTube once again for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to our YouTube channel.
We want to thank the subscribers for chiming in and giving us the cars that they regret selling, Danny. And, I've noticed there's also those who aren't subscribers, viewers of our YouTube videos who say, hey, this is the car that I regret selling. So thank you guys.
Oh, yeah. Lots of people chiming in and replying to that. So big success. So let's continue with part 2.
All right.
And we start out with Eric C. He says, my 1976 Mercury Grand Marquis Brougham 4-door pillared hardtop, two-tone brown and yellow with matching two-tone interior. Love that car. Miss that car. Never should have traded it in.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, look at that.
Funny story on that one. 1976, we were 12 years old, Danny.
Yeah.
And I went with Mom to go check one of these out. And, man, just beautiful. And we went to go look at them, and she got into the driver's seat, and she's sitting there, oh, I love this. And,
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, she's going to buy this car, man.
Right.
She's going to buy it.
Yeah.
And I said, Mom, are you going to buy it? And she goes, oh, I can't afford it. And I'm like, then why are we even here?
Yeah, why did you hop into the car in the first place? Man, that is a beast. That is a land yacht. By the way, speaking of land yachts, we do have a video out, and it's called the biggest American classic cars. Look for it because it has all these humongous cars.
Biggest cars made in America.
Land yachts.
Yeah,
so
land yachts.
look out for that one.
Hey, next we have Wayne Hardy. He says the 1978 Thunderbird with a 351. Is that a Cleveland or a Windsor?
Yeah, which one is it?
He says, miss that car to this day.
Wow, that's a beauty.
Hey, by the way, that's the day. Those are the days of the opera window. Remember
I love
the side
opera
windows in the
yes.
rear.
I like the oval ones as opposed to the rectangular ones. The oval ones just look more classy, right?
They do.
Yeah. Next is Thomas Waits. He says, don't regret getting rid of any car. However, my mother purchased a new 1979 Nova with a 305.
Wow.
And amazingly enough, it was extraordinarily reliable and very trouble-free, he says.
Oh.
Finally died after 15 years. I think the car, not his mom, and had 227,000 miles. But I swear to you, not a peep in between except routine maintenances like oil changes, etc. A couple of rounds of tires and a couple of batteries.
Yeah.
He says it ran and had a good power. Just fortunate luck, perhaps, or that was a powertrain that GM should have continued to use and even perfected.
Right.
Says, unfortunately, they have and continue to make poor decisions for profit, only screwing the customer. All right. He had to take a little jab there, GM, right?
Sorry you feel that way.
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel. That's that's a nice. I like that. I really do. I mean, it's a takeaway from the Nova that I liked. All the early 70s and
what about the 66 we owned?
Well, the
Back
60,
in the day?
man, that was that was a good one, man. I missed that.
Hey,
car.
this girl from high school, her mother had a 1980, same as this one.
Yeah.
And back in the day, man, we went to her house just to hang out, and she goes, "Hey, do you guys?" I think she wanted me to date her daughter.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Here are the keys. Take it." And they're brand new, bro.
Wow.
I mean, not even 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
And there we went, man. She goes, "Okay." And then I drove it, came back, and I said, "All right, bye."
See you later.
Yeah, see you
I don't
later.
want to date you, but thanks.
Yeah. So coming up next, Fireside Coffee, my very first car, 1974 GTO 350 4-speed hatchback. He says, God, I miss her. Yeah, the GTO option, by the way, bro, was available in both a base Ventura and the Ventura Custom.
I remember the Ventura. Yes.
It was a $460 upgrade back then for that car.
Wow, that is nice.
Isn't that sweet?
Very nice looking. I like that one.
like that.
Next one is from Tom. He says, I've learned from my dad's stories and people at car shows about the car they had.
Yeah.
I got a 1967 GTO, was my brother's. He died one day after he finished restoring it. Sorry to hear about that, Tom. And I have it now. I'll never get rid of it.
Good
Tom,
for you, man.
never, don't ever get rid of that.
Yeah.
That is just
That's
beauty.
a sweet car.
Look at that.
Yep.
Nice. Love it.
All right, next is Mark Masnaritz. Hey, what's up, Mark? Thanks for chiming in. He says a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am had the Pontiac 404 speed. Traded it in for an 86 Mustang GT. Big mistake.
Well, wasn't the 86 Mustang GT, wasn't that already into the Fox body?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know we had an 87 Mustang LX
With a 5.0.
with a 5.0. Yeah.
Hey,
And
don't feel bad, Mark. I had a 78 Trans Am, and I came to San Antonio from South Texas, and I couldn't afford the gas back in '84. I was 24 years old, and I just got the job at the radio station.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. And I traded that thing into 78 for a 78 Honda Accord, man. So don't feel bad.
bad.
I mean, that car was great, the Accord, but it wasn't no Trans Am, man.
no, it wasn't. The Accord is, they're reliable, but yeah, it's not a cool looking car like the Trans Am.
No.
Hey, by the way, we do have a video on the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am year to year, changes from 1967 to 2002. So check it out on our YouTube channel, the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Next up is Ian Ondrexic. I hope we're pronouncing these names correctly. If we're not, forgive us. Eon had a 1978 Coupe de Ville d'Elegance and had a 425 motor. Love that car to death. It was my first car. I went on a trip with some friends for the weekend, and unfortunately, while I was gone, my dad sold it.
Oh, no.
I cried for days. I love the paint on that thing. It was seafoam green with dark green interior. I drove that car everywhere. A 1978 Coupe de Ville Elegance.
Oh,
De
man.
Elegance.
That's too bad, Ian.
Man, and
That's a sweet looking car.
you know what? It is. And it is. That's another one of the cars that it's that's on our video, the biggest American classic cars ever made.
Yes.
So look for that. But man, it is just a sweet car.
You know, our neighbor, who's about 3 years younger than we, his dad he bought nothing but Cadillacs. And starting at 1974 all the way through 80, and then they moved to the Country Club.
Yeah.
But they would buy a Cadillac every 2 years, and he loved the baby blue Cadillac. And he had a Cadillac and a K5 Blazer.
Man, I remember hopping into Mr. Grigsby?
Yeah, that's it.
I remember hopping into that Cadillac. It
That's
was
our neighbor.
brand spanking new, and for some reason they allowed me to get in the back seat. But all I remember is just this sofa of a back seat,
Yeah,
sitting there
exactly.
as a kid, and there was lights on the door, and everything was kind of chromed out inside, and I was looking around like, OMG.
I mean, we owned a Granada, man. So
Yeah.
you getting into that Cadillac was like, oh my
it was,
gosh.
it was like hopping into an RV. It was just, it was huge. But yeah, hey, thanks again for chiming in, Ian, and that's a nice, a sweet ride. I love that one.
For sure. Next, we have Just a Tiger Defying the Laws of Gravity. He says, my 1992 Nissan Stanza. I love that car. I was a dummy for trading it in.
All right, the Nissan Stanza. This car started out in Japan as a Nissan Violet
Okay.
in '73, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was replaced by the Nissan Altima. So it's
We all
been
know
around
about
for
the
a while.
Altima.
Yeah, it's been around for quite a while. Yeah, nice little car to get around.
Little
in. That's
commuter car.
Not bad. Hey, look who's next, Fat Albert.
Hey, what's up, Fat Albert?
What's up, Fat Albert? All right, so he says, he's got quite a few of them here. A '66 Chevrolet Impala,
Yeah.
'64 Ford Thunderbird,
Yeah.
'64 Chevrolet Impala convertible,
Wow.
and a '68 Plymouth Roadrunner. These are the cars that he most regrets selling or getting rid of, and yeah, so. Not bad for cars there, Fat Albert. Man, you had a lot of classics that you did get rid of, and yeah, I feel bad for you.
Which one would you take, Danny?
I would, let's see, 66 Chevrolet Impala, 64 Thunderbird, 64 Impala convertible. Man, I would go with, the convertible, and then I'd go with the 66 Impala, and then the Thunderbird, and then the Roadrunner.
Yeah, I would take the Thunderbird and then the, what's that, the 66 Impala?
Yes, 66 Chevrolet Impala.
Yeah, I would take the 66 Chevrolet Impala and the Thunderbird. That's my pick.
Our uncle in Los Angeles had a Thunderbird. What year was that?
66.
Oh, it was a 60. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, this is a 64
64.
Thunderbird.
And he had a
same-
66.
Same design, man.
All I remember is it had a push button transmission on the steering wheel, if I'm mistaken.
I don't think
Or
so.
it
I
had
think
put-
he had lights on the top above the.
What? Hold
the
on. I
visor.
remember, maybe, I could be wrong. I just remember there was a push button transmission.
I'll tell you what. Maybe one of our viewers can chime in. These
Yeah,
guys
let
are
us know.
awesome.
We were kids back then. We were, I don't know, well, how old were we? 6, 7? I don't remember.
7, 8 years old. in Los
All
Angeles.
I know is that he would press one of the buttons and says, "Look, I'm going to make the light turn green."
Yeah.
Well, of course, when we were 6 or 7, we don't know that, if we look over to the light and we see the yellow about to turn red, the light you're in front of is going to turn green. So he would make it seem like he had magic.
Oh, yeah,
like
back then.
he
I
would
remember
like,
that.
"Oh, I'm going to hit that button and look, it's going to turn green." I'm like,
Okay.
"Oh wow, look at that!"
All right, coming up next, we have Swadloo. He says, none really. I'm just glad I kept my first car, 1970s GTO. Enough said, you guys understand.
Oh,
right?
yes, we do.
Yeah.
There's nothing like having a GTO unless you had the 2004 to 2006.
That's right,
It
man.
just wasn't the same. Back in the 80s, some guy was trying to sell me a GTO, or what he said was a GTO.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a GTO. I did research. He was it was a Le Mans. It was a knockoff of a GTO. He put badges and everything on it.
What?
And I'm thinking, come on, man. That's ridiculous. You're not going to get me on that one. And he
Yeah.
didn't.
The ex-wife that I had, she had a Le Mans. It was a ugly lime green
Ooh.
4-door. Hey, but that thing, same, it was a 72. That thing ran pretty damn good, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Christopher Kraft. And he says, I regret selling my first car, a 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7.
Ooh, Christopher Kraft, not to be confused with Christopher Cross, right?
No, not Christopher Cross. Christopher Kraft.
I like these Cougars, man.
Yeah, look at the hidden lights. I love the hidden lights. I love the back end of that Cougar. It's just, it's just a sweet looking car.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next is Bud Taylor. My first car, my 71 Impala.
Wow.
Isn't that hot, man? That's, that generation reminds me of the neighborhood because our neighbors down the street, they owned I believe a 64 Impala, and then a 72.
Yeah.
And then a 1976 Impala. These guys were an Impala family, man.
Yeah, they were. And I remember he would pick me up during the summers. We were teenagers, and we had a part-time job at the YWCA, not the YM, the Y for women. And we would work at the swimming pool. Back then, there were a lot of young women that were going out. Of course, we were teenagers, so we were like, yeah, let's get there on time.
What a great summer job, huh, man?
Yeah, we would cruise down to the YWCA, and we would, as we were cruising down to the YWCA, we would listen to the 8-track of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Woo-hoo. All right, that wraps it up for part 2 of the cars we most regret selling or getting rid of somehow. Thank you once again from the Boca Brothers YouTube channel for chiming in and replying. We truly appreciate your responses and your replies, and we also appreciate your subscribership, your membership to our channel. It really helps us a lot.
We want to know from our viewers and subscribers who haven't chimed in, what car do you most regret selling?
And we'll even put your name in there so you'll be on our YouTube channel.
For sure.
Yeah, so also reply to that. And again, thank you for subscribing, and thanks for watching.